As the crisis in the PDP deepens in Edo State, the state governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has said his deputy, Philip Shaibu, is desperate to become the next governor of the state and will explore every possible means to achieve his ambition. Governor Obaseki recently, in a meeting with elders and leaders of the party from Esako West, East and Central local government areas of the state, held in Jatu, Esako West local government area of the state, alleged that Comrade Shaibu has become desperate to take over from him. Obaseki, who expressed shock and disappointment over the recent actions of his deputy, said what surprised him was the deputy governor's action after the proclamation of the State House of Assembly and preparing to elect officers in the House.
My deputy called a leader in APC, telling that leader that during the elections the next day of the leadership, particular speaker of the House of Assembly, that he has 5 members who are loyal to him and that he would like the 7 members of APC to work with the 5 members of PDP to produce a speaker. At that point, I called the PDP members to my house just to familiarize with them. And as usual, he tried to barge in. I said, well, you cannot just come to my house. It's my private house. It's not even government house. You have to have the courtesy. But now it is my prerogative whether I want you to come in or not. After I heard what he had done, I said, you can't come into our meeting. We met, agreed. The next day, we went to the House of Assembly. He went there, and we did what we did. As far as I'm concerned, that was not working in our common interest.
The reason why my deputy governor manipulated your elections is because he had ambition. And he thought he could control the council and use the council to achieve his political goals, which is really selfish and unfortunate. So I apologize. And you can see them on television with the former commissioner for youth. You understand? And you see what they're doing. You see, time has now caught up with them. That was their intention. And they thought they could use you and manipulate your platform. So I'm really sorry about what happened.
And now to bring a perspective on this matter now and the ongoing crisis between the governor and his deputy, his constitutional lawyer and immediate past commissioner for communication and orientation in Edo State, Barrister Andrew Iwata joins us virtually now. Well, thank you, Barrister Andrew Iwata joins us now. Thank you, Barrister. So I was going to ask you, is it true when the governor said his deputy, who is your friend, wanted to impose his own choice of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly? Talk to us. This, of course, has been a challenge in the Edo politics. So talk to us about this. What do we know about this crisis?
I will not want to go into the details of the matter already in court, but just to say that, the rift between the governor and his deputy has a whole lot to do with the Edo 2024 election. From the statements the governor has made repeatedly, he's adverse to the ambition of his deputy aspiring to run for the office of governor. But what we find very unacceptable is that, so I cannot speak authoritatively on that, and I'm not aware of any agreement for power to be zoned to any particular or specific senatorial district. But to the best of my knowledge, I know that there's strong agitation and argument for senatorial districts. And I think there's this misconception of what is happening. They are trying to tie it to the issue of zoning. No, the deputy governor as an individual has the right to aspire. So if we have an arrangement, thing should be done. But it is not to just tell somebody to go out to denounce his aspiration. That is very undemocratic. That is unconstitutional, and I think it's not acceptable. And as a constitutional lawyer, I would say there's nothing preventing the deputy governor of the state from aspiring. Some of us have sentiments on this issue of power rotation, but the way and manner the governor has gone about it, I find that totally unacceptable. And his leadership style is similar to what most of us complain about when seemingly he was precluded from running on the platform of the APC. It therefore means that what most of us fought for between 2019 and 2020, we are seeing a resurgence. And it's quite unfortunate because the government is now acting like a godfather, which most of us spoke against. And for me, what is happening in those states is not right. And what is not right is not right.
Okay, we'll come to that in a moment. But let me quickly ask you, because if this crisis is not resolved before the 2024 governorship election, so is the deputy governor going to leave the party, especially if he has the ambition of becoming the governor comes 2024? What is the next step from here?
I'll start with your last question. I would not want to preempt the deputy governor. He's a politician. It's quite unfortunate that the governor is ganging up people from the three senatorial districts, with the exception of Edo South, because I'm here to see Edo South leaders meet somewhere and pass a vote of confidence on the governor and say very scathing things against his deputy. Okay. So what we are experiencing is a situation where the governor is creating a whole lot of bitterness towards his deputy. He has said several things like the deputy governor planned a coup against him. The deputy governor scuttled the youth council election, trying to turn the youth against the deputy governor, organized his supporters in the North. They did the press conference, organized his own supporters, his own factional members of the PDP from Edo Central. They did the same. And it has become a recurring decimal. All manners of individuals, even from the opposition, parties, they say things about, people things about the deputy governor. They heap all kinds of allegations. And where does that take us to? It means that they want to push the deputy governor out of the political party. Okay. As a constitutional lawyer, I will tell you for free, Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution guarantees the right to freedom of association. Yes. And I think at the appropriate time, I know the deputy governor will make his right move. After all, they all came from a party, which is the APC. Okay. And the governor has even expressed the fear that the deputy governor is going to the APC. And I don't think it will be out of place if the deputy governor goes back home. All right. And no politics, as you say, no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. The only thing that is permanent is interest. Yes. And as for his ambition, it appears the governor does not want this issue to be resolved. Hello, Barrister, since the matter is in court. So it's better to allow the court to give its final verdict as it relates to the impeachment thing. But as to the aspiration of the deputy, it's quite clear that the governor has made PDP very inhabitable for the deputy. Okay. And they have made his work as deputy even far more, it's not fair for the governor to make the world see his deputy as a bad person. As an older person or as a senior partner in that ticket, we expected the governor to have shown leadership.